Look at that. Brandon Herrera, future head of the ATF, stamp of approval, 2 thumbs up. Kyle,
is that going to happen, Brandon? Is there a real chance?
This comes out tomorrow?
Saturday.
Being pretty candid with you, I think there's a pretty low chance. I can't really talk about some of the details.
More than 0, but not likely.
Yeah, there was a time where that was possibly in serious consideration, and you got to understand about the transition team and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that are advocating for different things on the inside. There's not just a solid consensus. So there was a few people that I talked to that would probably prefer to have their names not mentioned on PKA.
Fair enough.
But if people think it was just a joke,
Barron Trump, you say?
Oh God. If
don't let him look down
that
on
would
you.
be really cool. He seems to be quite the strategist.
Oh, we all love Barron.
If
that's your chance of getting pardoned.
Yeah,
Brandon, that's a good question. Who do we need to get in contact with? Who do I need to just harass on Twitter until they talk to someone about getting Kyle pardoned for, frankly, what is an egregious miscarriage of justice?
To my understanding, this is on my list of things to ask about, because I was curious to see where the momentum was there. I will say this: the transition team and the administration at large does pay a more attention to social media, especially Twitter, X, and Instagram, stuff like that. Much more so than any administration I've ever seen. They not that this is their word, social media's word is gospel, but they fucking watch it. And I've had some talks with people that I would have never guessed. It's oh yeah, no, I saw your post about that. I'm like, oh shit, okay. What you're doing right now with some of the petitions and stuff like that, keep doing that. It doesn't hurt. I'm not going to say it's oh yeah, it's a sure thing, it's going to happen, because it's always important to keep your expectations grounded, but it's not fucking impossible.
Yeah, I share those semi-regularly just because it would be so funny if Trump pardoned Kyle and he had to do people are talking about him like he's Russian. He's not Russian, he's Georgian, and not that kind of Georgia, the one here. And then having to give you a pardon for that. And then
the only good Russian is an American Russian.
The only good one is a professional Russian, one who
would be really interesting
online.
Too, because he really has had a couple statements where you can tell he's not super anti-pod or anything like that. I don't really think those are the issues he really gives a shit about, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I do I think it's going to happen? Sorry, Kyle. I wouldn't bet on it if it was my money, but at the same time, I don't think it's fucking impossible. I think that if it got enough attention and it was something that people really gave a shit about, I think it could.
Barron, please. It would be so fun. Get Kyle back out there. He couldn't be FPSRussia anymore. The optics would be too bad. What other voices you got?
Oh no, FPS. We just meld. We go Ukrainian, right? We go Ukrainian, and then I would go to Ukraine and I would film there. I could go to Ukraine and film. That's what I would do. What
if you did a FPS American and you just tried to do an American accent, a Russian guy doing an American accent?
No, I'm gonna make so many
Howdy,
videos for Zelensky. It'd be great.
Yeah, I saw something floating around. Don't know how true it is, but that you're being maybe on the outskirts of consideration for ATF head. What's the deal with that?
Really funny, because I didn't throw my name into the goblet of fire. I never thought that was going to be a thing, but RFK had a website where he basically was polling people hey, who would you like to see in key cabinet positions? And I kept getting my DMs blown up. Dude, you're winning for ATF. Apparently somebody nominated me for ATF, and I think it got more votes than any other position on the entire platform. It was 30, 40,000 votes, something I don't remember. Don't quote me on it.
Weird the other candidates didn't have a built-in fan base.
Kind of crazy, right? And I did egg it on. Once I saw it was leading, I was like, oh, this would be fun. So I kind of poked at it a little bit. And if nothing else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go right.
It's kind of nice to have professional communicators in every job. I like that. I wish the Democrats did better at that sometimes. They have just intolerable cunts.
What do you mean? They got the entire media.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, they need more hot people too.
I think they need to put all their money on the AOC boat. I think when she goes on Twitch, where they're big old juggly.
Her mind.
Democratic boobies, I start feeling like a radical. You know, I start thinking maybe we don't need all these babies. You know what I mean? I start thinking crazy thoughts. You could turn me.
Dude, I'd be out there throwing a Molotov cocktail, being like, "Look at me, AOC. Am I making you happy? Jump up and down for me."
I burnt down a Circle K. Look.
No,
Should love
but
that.
in all
They can
seriousness,
start
I like
recruiting
it.
from the bars.
Oh yeah,